Welcome, welcome. Message from the streets. This is a public announcement, very necessary. And I'm addressing the young and the old. And what I'm about to speak on is drugs, alcohol, cigarettes, the use and the abuse that has many American adults and young people in the inception of the Matrix. If you don't know what Inception is, it's a movie about being deeper and deeper in a dream. You wake up from one dream, you're in the next dream, and of course we know the Matrix is, the system pulled over our eyes. And the first thing that I want to bring to the attention, which adults and young people alike know, is that drugs, alcohol, cigarettes are very hazardous to your well-being, your mental well-being, your physical well-being, and even your spiritual well-being. It depends on what type of, person that you are or what you want to be. A lot of dreams have been destroyed because of drugs, alcohol, you know, cigarette abuse. And I'm just speaking on these things because every day I go out, I work in downtown Washington, D.C., and I see people that are homeless. I see people that are nodding off of drugs or acting irrationally, like they possibly are being a host to another type of entity, or that their mental chemistry has been altered and they're actually out of their minds. And this is very alarming on account that many of these people, most of them is older people, but my thought process is like a chess game. I know that these older people were young people at one time. These were young people that neglected to receive information to detour them away from a particular type of lifestyle. They got caught up, seeing somebody smoking a cigarette and thinking that that's cool. Today, we know that's not cool. We know that people have lung cancer, throat cancer, all types of, irregularities to their physical being, internal organs because of smoke, smoke, smoke. Just take a short time and think. The body is known as the temple or the house of the spirit. Just think if you was in your regular house and there was a fire inside of that house and it was filled up with smoke. That's how your body is. See what I'm saying? And for people or human beings or spiritual beings having a human spirit, they adapt to a lot of things. But this is not a regular function of the human body, the physical. This is something that has been, the body has become desensitized and even developed a certain type of tolerance for the smoke. So the smoke, I don't care if you try to, if marijuana smoke, because a lot of people try to justify that. And marijuana for medicinal purposes, I'm not in disagreement with that. But the way that most people smoke, young people smoke, it is very abusive. It has come to the point where as though that this these substances, weed has been laced with different types of chemicals and things, and that's why they got these different types of names and things for. They think that these things, this Burberry and this, different types of weed is just regular weed. No, this weed has been treated. It's just some of that weed is just under the level of formaldehyde or PCP, but the addiction part has been chemically manipulated that have you to have like withdrawals and all types of irregular emotional attachments to it. The cigarette. I see a lot of young people, young females. I seen a couple of females today. They couldn't have been no older than 17, 16 years old. And, they smoking a cigarette and, looking or think they looking cool, but all the time on a path or a road to destruction. Because some of this rebellious types of behavior that many young people experience, or even if it's not rebellion, they just like pushing against the right in a sense, it comes back to get them because it's a process and it slowly rocks you to sleep. And as it rocks you to sleep, other things come into play. Then at first, a lot of time people gateway. I thought that was a myth, but marijuana is a gateway because people start going from the marijuana to the psychedelics, mushrooms. Then they move up to cocaine. And that's not everybody. And then heroin. A lot of people that I know that came up when I came up, they were basically weed smokers, alcohol drinkers, and now they're on fentanyl. This is a process. Everybody don't fall in that. And you know what? Everybody said it's not going to be me. Everybody. Everybody said, you know what? I can handle it. But you can't handle it. It's not meant for you to handle it. It's meant to destroy you. It meant to destroy your family. It meant to destroy your sense of reasoning. And some people, we're gonna move over to the alcohol. They get the spirits and wine, beers, and spirits. That's the label of alcohol in the area that I live and visit to in the immediate Washington, Maryland, Virginia area. You go to certain places, they tell you straight up, we got wines, beers, and spirits. So they know what they're selling you. They're selling you spirits in a container. You drink it, your personality or your chemical makeup alters, and next thing you know, that spirit is operating on you. The spirit of Jack Daniel, the spirit of Hennessy, the spirit of Remy, and you started doing things, but all the time at this spirit that you drinking inside of you, there's a cause and effect. This is also contributed to a lot of people, that especially if they drink, what is called cheap liquors, cirrhosis of the liver. I was talking to a brother of mine today. We was talking about brother Yaqui awakening, and that he's a scientist. That's what he do. But the thing is, the brother said, yeah, most people don't know that drugs and alcohol and cigarettes, that's a gimme of destroying people's lives, but foods have destroyed more people's lives than these drugs and alcohol, because most people get to a level of their life and the food addiction, because that's what I'm talking about. Really, is addiction. The food addiction starts to, get people high cholesterol, high blood pressure, heart attacks. Number one killer in the United States and probably abroad as well, and that's because of the diet. So this topic is really really broad, but the main thing that I was really wanting to expound on is the use and the abuse of smoke and fire water. Fire water is that alcohol, alter your mind, get you out there, and you start demonstrating and performing, and you lose your mind, and next thing you know, you don't murk somebody, unalive somebody. This is in any cases, because we're dealing with anger and emotions and feelings that was balled up, that or been suppressed, that been has released by something that your mind altering substance has activated. And this is what we got to be mindful of. We must become better spiritual beings having this human experience. I talked to my man today and I was like, you know what? I really wanted to be hope. But sometimes when I look at it and I be real with myself, matter of fact, I was talking to my daughter and I came to the conclusion, man, this situation not gonna get no better, but it's gonna get worse. But the whole thing about it, as it's getting worse, you don't have to be a part of the worsening of the condition of the inhabitants of the planet, which sends up frequencies into the atmosphere, stratosphere, and the ethers, and bring about a more rapid destruction of what we identify as civilization and cultural humanity. This is just my point of view, ladies and gentlemen. Make better choices in your life, and it's okay to listen to people. It's okay to take advice instead of just want to be rebellion for what? In the end, rebellion going to cost you your life, one way or the other. I bring you this message in love. I leave you this message in peace.